Hey everyone, welcome to my video of cycling the Baja Divide-ish. I definitely had my share of challenges on it, and it's definitely challenging route. Beautiful though, and people are amazing. I had several pretty big upsets on it. I'm now at 17,000 kilometers and sitting in La Paz, waiting to get the ferry to Mazatlan and continue on mainland Mexico. So, anyways, here's some pictures that you can have a look at while I talk at you. And it does take quite a bit of work to make these videos. So, if you can do me a favor and watch all the way to the end and like and subscribe to the channel, that would help me out a lot. Let's get on with the video. I got a lake here, and I got a mountain. Pretty sure that's where I'm climbing up. So, gonna continue on and see if I'm right. Beautiful view. Have I done a worse climb than this? Yes, I have. But this climb up Otay Mountain is definitely no joke. It's also super hot, so that's helping. Grades are up to 16% so far. You can see up ahead, I think it's going to get steeper, and I think about halfway now. Hard climb, beautiful views, totally worth it. Well, not really sure if I'm stopping here for the view or just because I'm tired, but the view is absolutely spectacular, so you be the judge. Good morning everyone, welcome to day 2 of the Baja Divide. Nice view and start my day. Everything was really dry when I woke up, which means I probably don't need to use my tent fly anymore. It's 9 o'clock and it's already pretty hot, so I really should start getting going as soon as it's daylight, but I slacked off today. I'm all packed up and ready to go, and about to head up to the summit of the mountain so I can get my awesome view and then head down towards the Mexico border. I'm at the top of Mount Otay. Well, not at the top, but as far up as I'm going. The top is just slightly higher. I could go up, but I don't need to. I got San Diego down there, and then Tijuana's over there. But holy crap, this view is absolutely spectacular. Look at that. It's amazing. And got my bike over there, leaning on the sign that says don't be bad at shooting things. And I am a kilometer above sea level at the moment. Too bad about all the cell towers, but I have cell reception here, which is kind of nice. So I'm about to do the big descent. I think down here somewhere, or maybe over there, is Tecate, where the city that I'm going to in Mexico, across the border. Decided to walk up to one of the summits here for a view of the other side, which is also amazing, absolutely spectacular. Man, these are the kind of things that make climbs and all of the suffering for all the problems of doing a bike trip like this worthwhile. What's the best bike shop?
Past border
What's a
control
bike shop called? Chino's Bike? Best bike shop?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Hey everyone, trail currently looks like this. I've just come up super duper steep climbs coming out of Tecate. And sad. The landscape is pretty cool, not something I've seen before, and there's like the last part of the city there over there that I came through. Probably had like up to 20% grades on the city roads, so yeah, the Baja Divide is no joke. Check this view out. I've gone a couple of kilometers from the last store for 80 kilometers, and road, as you can see, is pretty rough, but having fun. And if you look here on the road, you can see there's some tire tracks, which means I wonder if I'm going to meet up with someone else that riding the divide. So, oh, there's something I don't see every day. We're not in any kind of fenced-in field, so I'm going to assume that these are just wild horses, and hopefully they're not going to murder me. There's another one over there, past over those little bushes somewhere, but kind of cool to see them. Got my tent set up, got my comfy chair out, and I got my bike kind of locked, and everything's a little bit concealed from the road. And I'm ending my day fairly early today because I didn't want to have to set up in the dark, so pretty nice out here. I'm not going to need my rain fly, which is nice. It makes it easier to set up. And gonna make some coffee and eat some dinner and go to bed. Good morning, everyone. It's day 4 of Baja Divide, and I've been trying really hard to stay positive, but the truth is I've had a pretty rough start to being in Mexico. I'd hoped to stay in Tecate for 2 days, but was only able to get a hotel room for the 1 day, so I decided to just blunder on ahead. My cell phone that I had from the US, which I was told will work in Mexico, seems to have no reception now, which is pretty not good. And something that I haven't said anything about is my niece has been in the hospital and critical condition from a head injury, and found out yesterday that they're going to be taking her off life support, which makes things even worse that I am not in touch with my family. I'm sure they're going to be worrying about me now too. On top of that, I don't really speak Spanish, so that's making things really difficult, and it's part of why I haven't got a Mexican phone yet. I attempted to and went into a shop that looked like it sold cell phones, and the girl didn't speak English. I tried using Google Translate. That didn't work out. I don't know if they didn't offer what I needed or she didn't understand what I wanted, but anyways, I'm gonna ride today and hopefully get to the next town where I will hopefully be able to get some Wi-Fi and get in touch with my family, let them know I'm okay, and probably find out that my niece is gone. I could have tried to go home, but nobody said that they needed me to be there, and for me, it's just it's a little easier for me to deal with if I'm alone in the desert than around everyone else who's hurting. And on top of that, this part of the inspiration for doing this ride is my dad, who worked all of his life and then got cancer, and he didn't stop working until partway into his cancer treatment, and he passed away. And I didn't want to end up being like my dad and having to work all my life and not getting to enjoy the fruits of my labors and not do anything that was really spectacular like this. So it's this trip has been kind of in memory of him and celebration of him, and trying not to make the same mistakes. And I guess now I feel like for me to continue is the same thing with Shyla, and realizing that life is short and you never know how long you're going to get. So you should make sure to really live it. So anyways, I'm going to ride today. I'm going to try and enjoy the scenery. Well, yeah, I guess also I didn't sleep very well last night. I'd hoped to get up earlier and like start moving as soon as the sun came up, but that didn't happen. One nice thing that happened last night when I woke up at one point, I left my tent fly off last night, which apparently was a spectacular idea, because I woke up from nightmares and looked up at the sky and saw a massive comet going by, which I had no idea was going to be there. And I don't know if that's a sign that I'm doing the right thing, or, well, obviously it's not, because the comet was going to be there whether I was doing this or not. But I'm going to try and enjoy my day, try and enjoy the scenery, and enjoy the riding, which I am enjoying the riding, even though it's hard. And hopefully get to town and be able to get in touch with my family. I'm sure they're worried, which I feel really bad about, especially with what's going on. So anyways, I might upload this as a separate video. I think one thing that I really need to start doing on my channel is talking about the reasons for the trip, and talk about the hard parts instead of just enjoying the scenery, because I think might be good for people to be more prepared for how challenging something like this really is. Anyway, I'm going to get on my way. I've gone a whole 10 kilometers in an hour and a half, but I've had 350 meters of elevation gain, so that's decent, I guess. I stopped to take a short break here underneath of this tree in the shade. I've been sweating like crazy, so hopefully I'll get a little bit better acclimated to the heat. Anyways, it's definitely hard riding. I've been climbing lots, obviously, and soft sand and ruts and rocks, so keep going and see if I make the town by the end of the day. I had a day's rest at a hotel where they were really nice to me, even though I couldn't speak Spanish. And I'm out of town now. I really should have taken some pictures in town, but anyways, I'm on my way again. I think about 80 kilometers to my next water, so I'm stocked up. And really nice view. It's not very hot today, which is good, and it rained a little bit last night, so should be a nice day. So I came to this locked gate. I was on the other side of it and had a bunch of signs which I didn't know how to read, and I really didn't want to go jump a fence in a strange place with where I couldn't read the signs. So I waited, and a guy came in a truck, and conveniently he was the boss of this area or whatever it is, and he was going through. He opened the gate, and I asked him about it. He spoke English, and he said, "Yeah, just hop the gates and go ahead. Everyone loves us here," and yeah, very nice guy. And what was I was just thinking it was going to be a complete disaster is just fine. So happy about that and having a good day, sort of. All right, I've come to another locked gate, which I have been told I can just hop over the fence, which would be pretty big pain, but luckily I think I see a gap in the fence right over there. I was so focused on the gate that I hadn't realized that I should turn around and check out this view. It's amazing. It's definitely beautiful here in Baja. Come slightly uphill here from where I need to be. That's the road I need to be on over there. The reason I did that is because the view up here is spectacular, and it was worth a little bit of extra climbing just to take it in. Look what I just came across. I don't want to go too close to them because they could kick my ass if they decided they wanted to, but kind of cool is to see some random donkeys or mules or burros or whatever they are. I'm not sure what kind of snake this is, so I'm not going to get too close to it, but it sure is pretty looking. And shout out to my friend Mike, who has been worried about not seeing snakes anymore, so here's a snake for you, Mike. Always a good idea to stop and take a look behind me, because apparently the views behind me are ending up being spectacular, and up ahead I don't necessarily see all that much. It's just a little rough through here. Definitely tricky. I set up camp. I had refried beans for dinner with hot sauce because not knowing how to read labels very well, I ended up with tortillas that have wheat in them that I can't eat. And I'm just looking over here. Thought it's kind of cool the way the mist is, or clouds are moving along the mountaintop. There's my tent, my bike, and sunset is coming quick. Don't get a lot of hours in the day lately. Sunrise was at 7 and sunset at 6, so pretty short days. But I'm going to be getting out of town tomorrow, or well, some kind of a place with stores anyways, so I'll be able to get some fresh food, and I got lots of water this time, so doing good for water. And I'm gonna get into my tent pretty soon and get warm, and because it's kind of cold, and maybe watch something on my tablet. Route notes said I'd be doing a big descent, though this didn't exactly feel like a descent to me. I came from down there. I got some descent, and the part of the descent was so rocky I had to walk my bike. But there's the valley I just came from. I was hoping I'd end my day at the coast. I can see it, so that's good enough for me. It's been a hard day. So now I gotta find somewhere to camp. Well, I'm not really hidden from the road here. It is right there. But it's relatively flat. It's kind of rocky, and this is where I'm going to camp tonight. And I am going to get myself an awesome sunset. Well, I made it out to the coast, which isn't as spectacular as it could be because it's really overcast. As you can see, the road has been really rough this morning, so slow going. Looks like there's a fishing boat down there. And that's my road. So, should be a good day. Got a few groceries at a fishing town. And now I got coast and farmers fields, which is pretty nice. Well, I'm fairly far out of town. The rocks here are kind of cool. And the waves here are pretty spectacular. The way they crash into the rock and splash up, which they're going to do in just a second here again. So, halfway tempted to call it an early day and camp here, but I don't know. I'll sit and rest a little bit and see how I feel. Well, folks, this is the spot. Uh, just up the top of that little hill there, the road turns away from the coast. And I got nice flat ground here. There's even a bit of fire pit over there. The road's kind of close, so I'm not going to set up my tent till it's dark. But I've got my own private beach where I get to enjoy an awesome ocean sunset. And then on each end of the beach, I got waves crashing against the rocks. So, yeah, decided this is a perfect place. Only done well over 40 kilometers today, but was pretty rough start to the day, and some of the riding was pretty rough, so I decided 40 kilometers is enough, especially when it means I get to camp next to the ocean. So apparently when the clouds reach the horizon of the ocean, sunsets aren't as spectacular as they could be, but it's still pretty nice. Definitely been an eventful day. We've pulled apart one of my panniers, so see if I can cobble that back together and continue. Well, I got that back together. Also found some Nutella that I forgot that I'd had, so I had a good snack with lots of calories. And bad news is I'm running a little low on water, and I'm only halfway there, but most of it should be downhill, so we'll see how it goes. Hey everyone, I've just had a pretty bad crash. As you can see, I've split my eyebrow open and it scraped up on my shoulder. My arm is hurting. Kind of hurts when I bend my elbow up. My left arm is pretty weak. Not, definitely not turning out to be my day. This is my third crash in like a little while, so um, yeah, starting to think maybe I shouldn't be doing this. I don't know. So I'm gonna sit for a while longer and then work on making it to town. So see how I feel. All right, so my left arm is definitely not working properly. I'm not exactly sure why. Don't think my shoulder is out. Maybe my elbow is. My arm won't straighten. Hopefully I haven't broken anything. Looks like I'm walking my bike for now and making my way to the next town, which hopefully will have a hospital. We'll see. Or hopefully it'll just start feeling better from walking it off. Well, I'm pretty sure I've broken my arm. I don't think that part's supposed to stick out there. I can't straighten it, and it's getting more painful. I can't really do anything functional with it. So I am shortcutting on this road out towards the highway, and hopefully I'll figure out where to get to a hospital from there. Maybe I'll get cell signal once I get out there. Or maybe some kind person will give me a ride. We'll see. On top of that, I got like flies all over me, which is really annoying, and especially the ones landing on the scrapes. And anyways, keep going out towards the highway and see what happens. Hey everyone, just a quick update here for you. As you can see, things have not really gone according to plan. I'm in Vicente Guerrero at the Hotel California, which maybe it's true you can never leave. Anyways, I had a crash. I broke my arm. Everyone's been super kind to me here. It's been a few days now, and I'm starting to feel a little bit better. So I'm going to be looking into what my options are for either going home or finding somewhere cheaper to stay, or what I'm going to do. But anyways, yeah, I wanted to make a short little update, and hopefully soon I'll be editing and uploading video from California, and maybe video from the first part of the Baja Divide until I crashed anyways. Yeah, not exactly how I wanted things to go, but it's definitely been yeah, definitely part of an adventurous part of the adventure. I got to ride in the in the bed of a police pickup truck, and I crashed and had to push my bike about 5 kilometers out to the highway to get help, and went to Red Cross, and then got to go on an ambulance with my bike, and yeah, it was a pretty cool adventure, and not really the adventure I wanted to have, but so uh, that's what's up at the moment, and hopefully soon you'll see a whole lot more stuff from me, because I can't ride for at least 4 weeks. So I figure out Wi-Fi. I'm using this on uploading this short video on mobile data, but yeah, I'll see everyone soon. Welcome to the Hotel California. The song is about a fictional place, but that's what this place is called. Starting to wonder if it might be true about never being able to leave. So it is a lovely place to stay though. And I'm on my way back to my room here for a bit of a rest after walking to downtown and exploring what my options are for a place to stay or shipping my bike home. So, hey everyone, I am currently standing outside of my tiny house home for the next few weeks while my arm heals up after I broke it riding the Baja Divide. So I figured I would give you a little tour of the place that I found to stay at and show you where I'll be staying and what I. That's about it. So here we have the outside of my little tiny house on a ranch in Mexico. I don't know if it's would really be called a ranch in anywhere else. It's kind of a small ranch, but pretty nice. I got my comfy chair out there, and over here we have the bathroom, and the owner lives in this trailer here. And they also rent out this cool blue school bus that has been made into a tiny house. Over behind the blue school bus, there's a little wall there where there's an outdoor shower with hot water. Got this little shed here to put my bike in, and well, it has a whole bunch of doves in it, which I am hoping aren't gonna shit all over my bike. We'll see. I got some awesome friends here to keep me company. They're really nice, friendly dogs. And as you can hear, got some sheep over here. Maybe this will be my Settlers of Catan sheep video. We'll see. Got some other stuff around. Not sure what everything is for, really. So, and then all around us is massive strawberry fields and other vegetable fields, I think, with greenhouses and stuff. And if we look out here, I have a great view of the ocean, and I can walk down to it if I want to. Downside a little bit is that I'm about 4 kilometers from the store, which makes for a fairly long walk, but it's not too bad. So anyway, let's have a look at the inside. By the way, while we're still outside, I got some really cool cactus gardens and the most metal flower bed ever. Hard to believe it's a little older lady that made this awesome metal flower bed. It's cactuses and lined with animal bones and skulls, so this is pretty fucking cool. Here we are inside. I got an awesome, nice double bed, some sexy mermaid artwork on the wall, a little bar there with some hangers so I can hang up my clothes if I decide to wash them in the sink, which I probably will at some point. Got a little table here, got a counter with a sink. This blue bucket has water in it that I can use for washing things, and then I got drinking water up here, which is pretty awesome. And then there's no electricity out here, but there is solar, so I have a solar charging station here for my phone and tablet and things like that. And then over here I've got a little gas-powered hot plate and some pots and pans and some dishes. There's even solar-powered lights that I can turn on here. Nice thing, so I have a dresser, and inside of the dresser are some towels and extra blankets. Really nice thing is there's a lot of blankets on this bed, and that is great because it does get pretty cold here at night, even though it's hot during the day, because we are in a desert. And I got bags here and stuff all over the place. I'm still sort of settling in, but I'll figure out how to get more organized fairly soon. The big waves stop. There's one. Wow. Hey everyone, got an exciting unboxing video for you. It's been a month since I broke my arm and I've had this stupid cast on. And now I'm going to take it off and we're going to look at all the gross skin that's turning me into a lizard man underneath and see if it's healed enough for me to continue my bike ride. Feeling pretty cramped up. So, conclusion is, I don't know, have it off and let it move around a little bit and see how it does. Try and get another angle here. And it doesn't want to straighten yet, but definitely see a fair bit of atrophy. Wait around and let things relax out a bit and see if it'll straighten eventually. Well, it's been a week. My skin is pretty much back to normal on my arm, and I'm actually holding the camera with it, so it's semi-functional. Anyways, it's still a little stiff. Today I rode 10 kilometers into town and back and found out that my bike did take some damage. I'm working on getting things fixed a little bit. I got some brake issues on my front brake. Not sure if I'm going to be able to fix it or not. And the back brake needs an adjustment, and my handlebars are kind of twisted, but other than that, nothing too serious. So hoping in the next couple of days I'll be on my way. Not the most exciting volcanoes in the world, I guess. Not super tall and not active, or, well, I don't know if they're active ever or not, but first volcanoes I've ever seen in real life, so that's pretty cool. I don't know, 50 kilometers into my first day back, going pretty well. Think I might end up meeting up with a French couple. They told me where they're camping, so if I find them, then that would be nice to camp with someone else. Had a mini adventure trying to find fuel for my camp stove and wanted to buy a white gas instead of just getting regular gasoline, and that was a hell of an adventure, especially with the language barrier and just being able to find it. I eventually found some though, which is awesome. So that's about it, and head out. Got an abandoned hotel here, which looks like it would have been a super cool place when it wasn't abandoned. Got a view of the volcano and right next to the ocean. Pretty nice looking place. All abandoned now though. I'm leaving the campground, and what I thought at first glance was going to be a dinosaur is actually a whale skeleton, which is pretty cool. It even has some tail fin left, which is odd, but nice spot to camp. Riding along the beach would have been nice. Too bad I washed out and went to a highway. So I'll be taking the highway for a while my arm gets stronger. I was a little worried that I'd be missing out on spectacular scenery by taking the highway instead of taking the divide route, but this view is pretty spectacular. So instead of being afraid I'm going to miss out, I really just need to focus on the fact that what I'm going to see is going to be different, not necessarily worse. Not really sure how, but the volcanoes are more impressive now that I'm further away from them. Pretty great view. I think with a view like this, I definitely don't need to feel sad about skipping a bit of sections of Baja Divide. And for some strange reason, those volcanoes get bigger the further I get away from them. So, yeah, that's kind of weird. A big cactus next to the highway that I could actually easily come up to. I forget what these are called, but yeah, they're definitely big cactuses. Well, the nice thing about being out here is if I run into some trouble, I can just call Acme and get them to deliver me a giant slingshot and use that to launch myself to the next town. Pretty cool landscape with the funny trees and the giant cactuses. I'm not sure what these trees are called, I don't remember, but they're something that's like straight out of a Dr. Seuss book. They're pretty cool looking. Just waiting for the Grinch to pop out from around a corner somewhere since it's close to Christmas time. Yeah, just really beautiful. Got a whole forest going on here. Everywhere I go in Baja is really beautiful. Having an easier ride today, less climbing. So I'm getting close to the end of my day. Well, I stopped at this shrine at the side of the road and took a bunch of pictures of the boulders and cactuses, and just there was a guy in a truck, and it happened he offered me some water, which I accepted, and then he was in driving a refrigeration truck and gave me ice cream in the middle of the desert. It's fantastic. I am super happy. Camped at this park last night. Didn't find the other people that I was hoping to find at the end of my day, but that's alright. Woke up very foggy and wet and cold morning, so kind of cool. I slept in this little inside of this little ring wall thing, and I had my coffee this morning and about to start packing up and heading out. It's one heck of a barren landscape. Got really strong headwinds today and had a fair bit of climbing, and my legs are feeling super tired. It's real disappointing that I've lost so much fitness level while I was sitting around doing nothing for my arm to heal. It's gonna come back, but I want it to be back now. It's just gonna take time, I guess. Um, so there's apparently there's a quarry up ahead, about 12 kilometers, that should be a decent spot to camp. So I'm gonna aim for that today instead of the further ahead spot that it was hoping for. But yeah, well, that'll be all right. I may be out of shape and feeling rough today, but it's really beautiful. Check out this awesome view. Um, I wish I wasn't feeling so rough, but can't really complain about the view. So I'd like to be doing more distance and feeling better, but I'm not. And I shouldn't be sad about it because I get to look at this. It really does make you wonder how these giant piles of giant boulders get here. There's nothing anywhere else, and then a giant pile of giant boulders, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Well, I reached the end of my day. Just not too bad of a spot. It's hidden from the highway, so that's good. And I'm going to set up my chair and make some coffee, relax a bit, and think about where I want to put my tent. Really windy today. Sunny though, and not too warm, not too cold, so it's not too bad. Just been thinking about my dad a bit this morning, and he was always really proud of his cycling abilities when he was young and hitchhiking across Canada, and yeah, just missing him and thinking about how proud he would have been to see me doing this and the sense of accomplishment he would have got out of it. And so, yeah, just miss him. Wow, so it's a super duper nice roadside memorial. It's got some Catholic Chinese stuff, and yeah, and it's really, really, really in the middle of the desert along the highway. Well, I've decided this is where I'm going to camp tonight. It's a little early, but the sun goes down quick, and I don't know what's up ahead. There's a little town up ahead, so that'll be good. And yeah, it's pretty cool with all these giant cactuses. Um, I found this spot on the Overlander. You can see up there. There's a little building there. There's another building over there, and it says you can set up. You can camp sort of behind the house, but I went further down the hill and found this, and I'm more out of the sight of the highway. So anyways, I'm gonna set up camp. Gotta say, it's a pretty sweet campsite. A nice flat ground for my tent. Got the super cool cactuses. Hidden from the road. Pretty nice. Just finished another big climb. It's extremely windy up here, but pretty scenic and beautiful. Always get a reward after a climb. Looks like I got more climbing ahead of me too. Stop and stop. Take a break. How windy is it? It is sideways beard windy. Very barren stretch of the highway, but also beautiful. It's pretty warm today, so 17 more kilometers. I hit some restaurants and stuff, so we'll see. I haven't been taking a lot of videos lately. I stopped on the side of the highway to take a break and realized that this view is pretty great. Got about 8 kilometers to go till San Ignacio. It's mostly downhill, and I'm going to camp and probably take a rest day. After riding through the desert for so long, I've come to this Oasis town and this campground, which is an absolute paradise. It's amazing that the contrast from the desert and cactuses and sand and nothing to all of a sudden having trees and groundwater. It's a really fantastic campground. It's only costing 150 pesos a night, or I'm taking a rest day, or maybe even two. I even got a moat, which is kind of cool. So about to go into town to get some food and check out the mission site. Well, I think I've finally tricked my camera into working to take video again with the short lens. So I'm in the town square, San Ignacio. It's an awesome Oasis town, and I've got the mission here, which is from 1700s, which is pretty cool. And yeah, really nice town. I think seems like they're pretty much their only industry here is tourism, really. So the restaurants are kind of expensive, and but yeah, it's a really nice place to stop. To a Canadian, what I see up ahead looks like snow or some kind of glacier or something. But I think the reality is, uh, I'm in the Mexican desert here, is that what is coming up is a dry lake bed or a salt flat that I get to ride across, which should be pretty interesting. Well, this is much farther away than I had expected. I was close to it over there. I got up to it over there on the paved road, and apparently I'm not riding on it, at least not yet. Still riding on a paved road, but it's also bigger than I thought. It's pretty vast, really, and landscape around is kind of neat. They've changed from all brown dirt and dust to more of a gray and white, and then I got brown mountains over there that look kind of like they've been quarried, but I'm not sure if that's what's really happened or not. So, anyways, taking a break. So after looking at the map, what I thought was a dry lake bed or something was actually part of the tidal range of the lagoon. And I'm up to where there's water now, and this pool here is super cool. Not sure if you can see the color or not, but it's really red, which I'm guessing is like algae or something like that, and then it's surrounded by foam, so pretty neat. Taking a break here in probably the most barren landscape I've been in so far. There's nothing, no plants of any kind, which is kind of neat in its own way. So, and conveniently, it's pretty easy riding, so should be able to put on a fair bit of kilometers today. And unfortunately, there was no whale tour, so instead of going to see whales, I'm putting on kilometers, which is probably just fine. Went off to the side a bit here to check out this abandoned building, which is actually the first building I've seen in a long time. And surprisingly, it has graffiti in English, which is interesting. 11 more kilometers to the next town, and super flat. It's not actually pouring though. Well, I'm just leaving this small fishing village, and I've been to the store and got a bit of food and some water, and had a meal at a restaurant, and the people in this town are amazingly kind and friendly. So kind of almost sad to leave, but I want to get going. And feeling pretty sad that I'll be missing my not seeing my kids for Christmas. So I left some money at the store with the guy to give candies to the children in the town. So hopefully that'll bring some Christmas cheer and cheer me up a little bit. We made it out of El Teal. Um, Man, it's absolutely amazing how kind and friendly the people in the town were. The family at the restaurant had all their family was filtering in as I was sitting there and using the Wi-Fi and taking up space, and they actually invited me to stay for Christmas, but I didn't want to intrude on their Christmas with their family. Um, it's easier too for me just to be on my own. So, but if you're ever looking for a small fishing village to visit in Baja California and Mexico, the people in El Tetil are absolutely amazing, and I definitely recommend going. Also, I just wanted to point out that the kids in the town um, all commented on my big beard and said I look like Santa Claus. So maybe I was a little bit of Santa Claus, leaving money at the store for candies, but um, not the real Santa. Oh, these are pretty cool. Never seen cliffs that color before. And I'm climbing up again into the desert, off of the flats, and heading over top of the peninsula and over to the other side again. Decided I'm gonna camp here tonight, over there where my bike is. It's kind of concealed from the road, which is over there by that little mailbox shaped little shrine. Uh, but the view is spectacular. It's kind of windy though. Um, and I even have a teeny tiny little bit of cell reception. Well, the route guide said this is the hardest riding on the whole route, but the road split off just a little whiles back, and this is where the GPS route tells me to go, just to show you. Size of rocks here is my foot next to rocks, and there's my bike. So thing is, this doesn't look like it's used at all anymore, so maybe the other road is new, and I'm going to try taking that and see if that works out for me. So I guess they just rerouted around that dip, and I'm back on the route. I've been on it for a little while now. It's definitely slow going. It's not technically difficult riding. It's just really rough and beats the crap out of you. So I got about 100 kilometers of this, so I guess I should get used to it and keep going. Well, I had a great time in the ranch I stayed at last night. I got a water crossing here, which I managed to do without getting wet, and don't even need to filter water because I got water from the ranch yesterday. So I had an awesome breakfast, and hopefully I'll have a good day. Just got to the top of a big steep climb, which was made extra difficult by the rough road, and it's rough. It's got rough, full of rocks, and it's sandy. So the rolling resistance means if you're going uphill and you stop pedaling, you stop dead. So top of a big climb, getting up to a big climb is always a lot of work, but the reward is generally that you get an amazing view. And I can see ahead what's coming ahead of me, and not sure if you can make it out, but looks like there's some cows on the road down there. So yeah, gonna be a long hard day, but should be beautiful. Well, found a nice spot to take a break, sitting in the shade underneath of a tree, and water down there, which I was thinking I was gonna go for a swim and refill my water, and make coffee, but I think I'm just gonna have a snack and a little rest in the shade and keep going. If you're wondering if this is a hard surface to ride on, yes. Yes, it is. That's where I'm going to be staying for tonight. It's pretty beautiful here. I just had an amazingly huge meal. Tamales and beans and rice, coffee. I'm going to be sleeping on that pull-out couch in there, which is pretty nice. So I won't even have to set up my tent. The man of the house just went out on a donkey to take out the goats. Oh, I'm underway after having a very authentic Mexican experience. I stayed and I had dinner, I had breakfast, I had homemade tortillas in the kitchen with the dirt floor with a roof made out of palm fronds and the walls of woven something else. And been on my way a little bit. I got a water crossing now, and I'm hoping I'm not going to get too wet because it's pretty cold out still. So it doesn't look too deep. The scenery of the gorge is pretty fantastic. So hopefully it's going to be a good day. Well, I've just finished my 5th water crossing. Um, Pretty big change from everything having zero water at all, but scenery is amazing. And as you can see by my friend here, it is a very harsh landscape. It's water crossing number 6 of the day. Maybe one of these times I should set up my camera and film one and get some actual B-roll for a change instead of boring you guys with me talking about what I see. Well, I was looking forward to the descent, but I'm really timid because of my arm still, which is making it really slow going, including getting off and walking some sections, and uh, it does actually have climbs back up along the way. So, well, and it's pretty rough. Uh, yeah, not having a great day today. Kind of cool. Fog's sort of flowing down the mountains like a river. I'm in Mulegé. Figured out getting a motel room. There's no bank machine, which is a problem. Um, and I hate it here. It's a total tourist trap. The stores are all tourist trap junk, and the food's not very good. And yeah, half the people here are tourists, so kind of sucks. Oh, I'm working my way out of Mulegé. Not a town that I particularly liked, but the river view is pretty nice. Um, Probably not even bothering to go see the mission, but hoping I'm gonna get to a restaurant and have a meal on my way out and continue along on the highway. Well, that's Conception Bay down there in the Sea of Cortez, which across the water is where I would have been if I'd tried to find a fishing boat across and decided to take that off-road route. But instead, I'm on a nice smooth highway with no shoulder. It's a little bit sketchy until I get to Loretto where I can get an actual bank machine and get proper cash. Pretty nice view here. Got to the top of a big climb and saw a tree with some shade to take a break under because climbing is hot and hard work. And yeah, there's also a fantastic view and looks like I'll be going down there shortly. Stopped at this little shrine, not for the shrine itself, but for the absolutely spectacular view of the bay. We're passing nice white sand beaches with fairly calm water, that nice green water, blue, green, I don't know, kind of varies, but been awfully tempting to stop for the day at one of them, but I want to get further ahead so that Loretto is something I hit tomorrow. Anyways, thought I'd stop and share the view, which is really, really an amazing view. I'm taking a video of how spectacular this is, but really the video is not going to do it justice, which means if you want to really experience how amazing this view is, you should probably go on a bike ride or go on an overlanding trip or something and come down to Baja, California and see it for yourself. Holy crap, you're still watching this? That's awesome. Have you subscribed yet? And liked the video? Yeah, just wanted to note that doing a trip like this is pretty expensive. So I've got a few options. You can be a channel member, or I was feeling pretty miserable super like and this morning. I wake up, send me a little bit of money if you decide you want to be a part of it by helping out with some cash. And if you don't, sound of the waves, that's fine too. I appreciate you watching. It's beautiful. Definitely picking me back up. Um, not that it isn't still hard, but it's something anyways. It's been a really nice campsite, and as much as I would like to stay and just chill out, I need to get going because if I don't, I will run out of water. So, got 20 kilometers till there's a truck stop where I can get some water. So, I better get packed up. I've reached the boundary marker for the end of the municipality of Mulegé, which isn't really that big of an accomplishment, but it's some kind of a milestone, so I thought I'd share it with you. I'm almost at the end of Conception Bay, which is pretty nice in the morning, and gonna be going inland, so it'll be, I don't know, I like being next to the water. I've climbed 317 meters in the last 12 kilometers. Now I got an awesome descent and an awesome view, and I'll be at the truck stop soon where I am going to have a big breakfast. Definitely not where I wanted to be. Camped last night next to the highway on a shitty spot. I was hoping to get to Loretto yesterday, but I tweaked something in my lower back. It's pretty damn painful, and didn't make it as far as I wanted to. I got 15 kilometers left to go, and then I'll be in Loretto and I can get a hotel room and rest for a bit, so hopefully that'll work out. I'm out of Loretto, about 25 kilometers that way, after 2 rest days and late start today. But this view here is pretty damn amazing. Got a got a really big climb ahead of me, so we'll see how that goes. My back is feeling a little bit better, but still not great. Oh, it was a really hard climb with my back being sore. It was a big climb too. It was I don't know, 500 meters elevation gain. So, but the landscape around here is amazing, and I think there's a restaurant about 2 kilometers that I should be able to camp at. So that's going to be awesome. I hope. Pretty nice valley. Had a good night last night. I came to the restaurant, so um, feeling pretty good today. My back is a fair bit better, but still not back to normal. Good morning, horses. I have been hearing your bell jingle jangling all night. Nice of you to come and pay me a visit before I get packed up and on my way again. Spotted this skull here, and it's pretty damn cool. Oh, I got a cactus full of vultures here, and they are waiting for me to go away so they can go back to eating the dead horse on the side of the road. So, uh, another cactus full of vultures, and I got one right above me on power lines. So, um, and if we look, there's a whole bunch of cactuses with vultures, and an awful lot of vultures here for an awful lot of horse meat. Not something, definitely not something you see every day. Hey everyone, welcome to the end of the video and the end of Baja California in Mexico. I am currently at Peace Hostel in La Paz, and we'll be getting the ferry tomorrow over to Mazatlan in mainland Mexico. I am at 17,000 kilometers now for my trip. Pretty cool hostel we got here. Everything's in shipping containers. So anyways, thanks for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe, and stay tuned so that you can see the next part.